Ladies and gentlemen, today we're gonna actually have such a great game. It's gonna be such a great game. In the Biggie Black, nope, in the white is actually gonna be Mr. Jonathan Jacob Loewenthal. This guy's so incredibly good. But he's up against the super legendary legend. This guy is such a super legendary legend, Paul Morphy. We even try to chalk it as draw today. We blame on women not being able to play back then because we don't want people just swooning and passing out and fainting when they see Paul Morphy, because this guy is so incredibly handsome. Holy cannoli. He's got that New Orleans diggity draw. He's up against the champion, the super diggity duper awesome Johann Jacob Loewenthal. Wowzers, holy cowzers, that guy's incredible. I think he's diggity Dutch, Belgium, or something like that. Actually, he's Hungarian. He's a Hungarian hound dog. Oh, I can't even howl. My voice is completely, utterly done for. The London Great Stink of 1858. How come they got pictures? How come they don't have pictures for anything else, but they got pictures of Paul Morphy versus Johann Jacob here? This is the actual game, maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Paul Morphy in the Biggity Black, Johann Jacob in the white. Oh my gosh, it's going to be the greatest game I've ever conceived of or thought of. I tried to go out there and thank Eagle GD Chess, but they won't let me because I'm the Biggity best at thanking people. I go out there, they're singing telegram out to their homes. They said, hey, check out now this picture right here. Now leave me alone. Get it? Leave me alone. Get it? Get it? Anyway, Biggity back to the super diggity super awesome chickity chess. This chess is about to be the Biggity best. The Biggity best. What do we see? What do we see? Did the game start? Oh my gosh, the game started. Oh my gosh, the game started. Paul Morphy in the Biggity Black. Paul Morphy in the Biggity Black. It's going to be the Biggity best super diggity duper awesome chickity chess you've ever actually. Super diggity duper awesome chickity chess you've ever. What? Oh, that's right. Super diggity duper awesome chickity chess. Jacob Johann versus Paul Morphy. Can there ever be a better chess game? No, not likely. No, not likely. In 1858, they're still taking pictures of this game. They can't take pictures of everything most famous in 1858. The photography just came around. They don't have even Civil War pickety pictures, but they got pictures of this game because this game's going to be wowzers. This game's going to be wowzers. The Great London Stink of 1858. I know it stunk, but they were also sad that Paul Morphy and the Hungarian hound dog. Look at that guy. He's a hound dog, but he's nothing compared to Paul Morphy. Paul Morphy's incredible. That guy's incredible. I still swoon over him 158 years later. I swoon over that guy. That guy is so incredible. He's got the Southern Diggity Louisiana draw. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's Paul Morphy gonna diggily do? What's Paul Morphy gonna diggily do? It's a very standard game so far. There's a Richter. There's a Victor. There's a Richter. Victor Sverosov attack being played by the Hungarian hound dog. Oh my gosh, Johann Jacob Loewenthal with the Richter I'm gonna try to see what's on the pickety board. What's on the pickety board? Can't quite see actually. Is that a Richter? Is that a Richter Sarasov attack of the London chickity chess mickety match of 1858? Oh my gosh! This is gonna be the best super diggity do process chickity chess game. Wait, I've never seen this before. This is like an Italian style opening from Paul Morphy. OMG, OM to the capital, GG, ladies and girls and jiggity generation. I'm gonna take a biggity break. I'll be right biggity back with a super diggity duper awesome better commentary. My voice just is unable to keep on up with Paul Morphy. That guy is so incredibly good. Wow, can I have your autograph, please, Paul Morphy? Can you sign my boobie? Can you sign my butt cheek? Paul Morphy, you're the greatest. Here's a Hungarian hound dog. Look at that guy, such a Hungarian hound dog. He's so incredibly good at chickity chess. I can't wait. This game's gonna be the biggity best. Can we see? Is this the actual game? Kinda looks like it to me. OMG! Kinda looks like it to me. 1858, the year of Paul Morphy. The year of the Great London Stink. But can we please just see Paul Morphy lose one tickety time? Can he please lose to Johann Jacob Loewenthal? I want to see him fall. I want to see him withdraw from this game because I've never seen him lose. Wow. Johann Jacob Loewenthal versus Biggity Paul Morphy! Biggity pause. Where's the pause? Oh, there it is. Alright, we're Biggity back to the game, ladies and gentlemen. So far, we've had the Diggity Hungarian Hound Dog. Oh, he does such a great job. He's come up here, he's prepared to bring his pawn forward for the D4. Biggity move up justice. Meanwhile, Paul Morphy's kind of taking a risk by putting his bishop out here like that. We're going to have to see if it works out for him. Right now, we're rooting against Paul Morphy because we just want to see him lose. This kid is impossible to beat. I'm serious. All the ladies just pass out when they see him. So not a single person cannot be distracted by the utter beauty of that gentleman. Holy cow, but can the Hungarian Hound Dog, Johann Jacob Loewenthal, be able to beat him? This is going to be such an exciting game. I can't pause anymore, so I guess you'll have to hear me. Get out of my nose. Beep, beep, beep. My beeping sounds are kind of sounding a little bit ill there. Time to get. I got a little more. Darn it. Sometimes the pausing of the game after the first pause causes it to ruin the game. So I'm so sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Not a whole lot I can do. I just got sick and tired of not being as cool as Paul Morphy. So then my body got sick, and obviously that's exactly what happened. That Paul Morphy guy. I just dislike not being as cool as him. And if I could just see him lose one time, I think I'd feel a whole lot better about myself. So we'll have to see. We'll have to we'll have to see, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here comes the queen for Paul Morphy. He's going to be backing up that biggity bishop here with the queen. That's not a biggity bad idea, except for the queen most likely. I'm going to keep it 100. Queen telling me to keep it 100. Anyway, biggity back, the biggity back. That's why I'd be eagle chickity chesses. Music, he's always biggity playing in the biggity background there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here comes the horse, the horse. What? Wait, there goes the horse, biggity backing on up here for Paul Morphy. It looks like he's doing a whole bunch of biggity backing on up. The pawn came out. I didn't even see it. He biggity backed on up. The horse, of course, came out. He's now diggity dancing right on the chickity chessboard, making Paul Morphy diggity dance too. But there we can see Carl Khan stuff from Paul Morphy. He decided to switch it on up. He wants to go for Carl Khan. He's like, I need to bust out that Carl Khan. So he biggity busts on out the Carl Khan, fresh out the piggity package. Name's Paul Miggity Morphy. He decided to switch it on halfway through the giggly games up against Johann. Johann who? Johann gonna get trounced by Paul Morphy, most likely. Hopefully not though, for Johann, the Hungarian Hound Dog. We're praying for you, biggity buddy. Back in 1858, can you be the one who can possibly beat Paul Morphy? We know you're the European hope. Everybody's sitting there looking at you. They wouldn't take piggity pictures of you unless you beat Paul Morphy. Can you please biggity beat Paul Morphy? This is 1858. Please beat Paul Morphy. Paul Morphy's gonna be diggity dancing. No castle. No, not likely. Not yet. Look at this. What the biggity bishop setup is that? That's like the super diggity two-cross biggity bishop setup. That's like the biggity bishop setup we all just sit there and diggity dream of. And here comes the horse, of course, so late in the game. What's the queen doing over there? She switched sides. Did she switch sides, Paul Morphy? What the heck are you diggity doing, Paul Morphy? Paul Morphy just setting up here. He's like getting himself set up like seeing 43 moves in the game. Future. He's like, I'm gonna be set up. I'm gonna be so set up for the future. And then he castle. What did Paul Morphy just castle? That's the most craziest late game castle I've ever seen. Holy cannoli. What's going on here? The biggity bishop's still diggity dancing. Riggity right riggity around there. That's gonna be the super wowzers. Holy cows. Look at this defensive setup. And Paul Morphy just moves his king around because he doesn't really care. He's like, come over here, make a mistake, foo. Now he's gonna go up here and counterattack too. Wow, Paul Morphy, you just knocked my socks clean on off. But hopefully the Hungarian Hound Dog, super diggity duper awesome Johann, can possibly beat him. Please, Johann, can you beat him? Please, we need to teach him. We need to teach him a liggity lesson about looking so diggily good and making all the girls swoon. And every single babe wants to piggity pass out as soon as they see piggity Paul, maybe Morphy. OMG, this guy's so incredibly suave. He talks in that southern diggity drawl. before there was a Southern Diggity Draw. He's got the little French accent in there too. It's like, oh my gosh, you just broke my heart. You broke my heart, Paul Morphy, just by looking at me. OMG, Paul Miggity, the biggity baddies, chickity chest player ball, tickety time. Ask England. Ask London. Ask anybody, honestly.
Spectrum Mobile helps us stay connected.
Spectrum? Oh, we gotta pay that Spectrum thing. How much is owed to Spectrum? Doesn't matter. We thank Spectrum because they let us to have this actually commentary. They actually literally allow us to have this commentary, even though they are owed money. So I want to thank you guys all for tuning on in. This is gonna be the super greatest, awesome, most best commentary of all time period. Paul Morphy, this guy is so incredibly good. Paul Morphy, I can't stop saying his name. I should be saying it even more than I already diggity do. Paul Morphy, wowzers, 1858, the great stink. He goes over there, even the stink, they're like, they all clear on out there. All the bikini babes come out in their bikinis and they try going down to the beach because Paul Morphy, is he there? Can we please go over to the town square to see if Paul Morphy is there? Because he's the greatest, super diggity do awesome. Just listen to him talk. Don't listen to him talk. I don't want you fainting and passing out, please. Ladies and jiggly gentlemen, boys and giggly girls, this guy's the most suave. He invented the word suave, the fricky French. Pepe Le Pew looks up to Paul Morphy and was like, woo, I wish I was as suave as Paul Morphy. That guy goes over to England, and even England was like, wowzers, holy cowzers, we need to take pictures. We need to take pictures of this, literally of this game. The only thing that's not quite right is they had to take up all the babes who passed out and swooned and fell and rolled over because they're laying all over the pickety place. They're like, get those out of the photograph, please. We don't need to see how many babes pass out and swoon over Paul Morphy because that guy's incredibly super diggity duper. Okay, biggity, back to the super diggity duper awesome chickity chess game. We can see here the biggity bishop. He's so incredibly insane. The biggity bishop is gone but Paul Morphy's got two biggity bishops and the opponent's only got one. The opponent's got a horse though, of course, but can two biggity bishops come out here and be supportive like a horse? We'll see. Mr. Paul Morphy, I can't quite say his name so much. He's coming up kingside with a kingside assault. This is one crazy kingside. He spent the entire time developing his queen so his queen could support this kingside assault. But here he comes. Chess biggity blitz style. Biggity back in 1858. 1858? That can't be. That's great. You literally have a game from 1858? 58? Oh my gosh, what? They're taking pictures of this game. This is the most insane game you could possibly conceive of. Try to imagine. Not possible. It's Paul Morphy versus the Hungarian most super diggity duper awesome Johann. He's the only European chickity chance versus Louisiana biggity bad boy. This guy's so biggity bad boy. How biggity bad boy is he? I don't know. This is tied up game though. This is a super wowzer tied up game though. But you can see that Paul, biggity bad boy, biggity Paul, biggity Morphy coming up here with this kingside assault. Look at that. He's just 2 spaces away from a touchdown. 2 spaces down the F column. Touchdown. E-file, touchdown. He wants to go for that E-file, F-file, column, tiggity, touchdown. Biggity backing it on up with the riggedy rook, 2. Here comes the king, pulls his sword, gets ready to make the scene, but Paul Morphy ignores him. He's like, you're just a stupid king. I'm like the greatest prince that ever lived. Look at me, OMG. He's like super diggity duper awesome suave. Every single buddy passes out whenever they say somebody like Paul Morphy. Actually, there couldn't be anybody else like Paul Morphy. He's the one and only Paul Morphy. What the heck happened while I was sitting there rapping like crap? Paul Morphy came around and just dominated this game. What happened? You always do that, Paul Morphy. Every time we sit there and get starry-eyed looking at your biggity beauty, you just come here with the wiki win. I don't even know what happened. Paul Morphy was so incredibly handsome. Look at that guy. Look at that gentleman. Whoa. Back in 1858, they're all trying to biggity brush up his biggity makeup because he's so incredibly handsome. His name is Paul Morphy up against Johann Jacob Loewenthal, which you tried very good, Boogie brother, but you're up against Paul Morphy, the great London stink of 1958, because they saw Paul Morphy leave and everything just didn't smell so good, because that guy smelled so good. He made all London smell better. They didn't even know what it was like to smell good. But then Paul Morphy came to town, and he was like, once he came around, all the ladies started passing out, and they're like, oh my gosh, Paul Morphy! Chickadee eagle, chickadee chest. So once Paul Morphy left,
Once Paul Morphy left, everything just stunk. It all just stunk, and they hated everything, so they had to get some irrigation systems in there just to clear out the stink. Chicken wowzers, holy cows, chicken chess, biggity blitz style. Chicken chess, chicken chess, biggity blitz style. Brought to you in Biggity Part by Ernie Biggity Baltar, Biggity Man from Manila's got his Ernie Biggity Baltar, Biggity birthday, Biggity Bonanza coming up here in when December. Don't forget to frigin' remember Ernie Biggity Baltar, Biggity Man from Manila's got the Biggity Best Super Diggity Boston Chickadee Chess tournament ever in December. Don't forget to Ernie Biggity Baltar, Biggity Man from Manila's got the Super Diggity Duper Awesome Biggity Best Super Diggity Duper Awesome Biggity Best Chess tournament ever in December. When? I forgot. Oh gosh darn it. I think it's in December. I think yes, December is the Biggity Best Super Diggity Duper Awesome Biggity month to be alive in, when you gotta be there. Even if Ernie Biggity Baltar, Biggity Man from Manila, the mysterious man from Manila is not alive, we're still having his birthday bonanza. That's how much of a bonanza is gonna be. Ernie Biggity Baltar, Biggity Man from Manila, birthday bonanza. Chicken chess, chicken chess, chicken.